Good afternoon. Tonight, I would like to try for you guys Evan Williams Single Barrel. This is a single barrel vintage by Evan Williams, Kentucky Straight Bourbon. This is the 2008, put in 2008. And was 43.3% alcohol by volume, 86.6 proof. That's standard proofing for all the single barrel Evan Williams. These are vintages they put out I don't know if they put them out every year. I think they do, but I'm not. Don't quote me on that. I read just a little bit. It's barreled on 4/23/2008, barrel number 280, and it was bottled on 8/3/2016. So this is basically an 8-year-old bourbon. It's Bardstown, Kentucky. It's Evan Williams, obviously, distillery. It's a Heaven Hill product. Barrel number is 280. I don't know if I mentioned that or not yet. Anyway, the thing about these is most time you think of single barrels, you think of higher proofs. The Evan Williams is not a higher proof in the single barrel genre of things. It is a lower proof. They've already cut it. But in my mind, it doesn't affect it at all in this case. When they can cut it to this proportion where it tastes like this one tastes, they've done a good job. Now, I've seen reviews and I've heard reviews about the 2006 being hot and different models and different vintages having different characteristics as you would expect. This one, I read somewhere, one guy said the 2001 and the 2008 were the two best that he had tried. I've not had any other vintage. This is the last of my Evan Williams line I have. This is like, I guess for lack of a better word, the last one they make, the pinnacle, the best they make, however you want to put that. But everybody pretty much likes almost everything they do in this line at some level or another. So anyway, I like it, and it's time to get on with the testing. I've covered enough on it. Smells good. It's good. Medium dark amber. It's got quicker legs than you probably really would expect, but then it slows down. Some slower legs, some quicker legs. Right up front I get cherries. I get the oak. I get the vanilla. Brown sugar. Really heavy on the brown sugar. But the cherries, the vanilla, and the oak come through. And the oak is not a bad. The oak doesn't come through bad, bitter, or worse. It just comes. It's not a bad, inoffensive. It's not an offensive oak smell, but you get it. It smells good. All right, let's get down with the palate. Do not let that bother you. It is not hot at all. Not hot at all. I really like this. This is, for the price, I think I paid $26 or $27.99 for it. I bought this when I was in Nebraska. I've had it about, say about a year, roughly, and I haven't opened it till 2 nights ago. Again, the cherries confirm. I get a lot of cherries with this one. The vanilla, the brown sugar to the palate turns to almost a light caramel, not a dark, heavy caramel, but a light caramel. The finish, it's a light finish. It's not a heavy finish. It does last a little bit. It's a medium finish length, but it's not a heavy dominating finish. It's very light, and it lingers kind of on the top of the tongue and a little bit on the sides of the tongue. And that's the sweetness coming through. I get just a tiny bit of rye. Not much, more like a very light rye bread, almost the pale colored rye bread you get. Very light rye bread, not heavy at all. This gets better with every sip you take. For 43.3%, or just we'll call it 43%, we'll round down. For 43% as a bourbon, I think it will be very difficult, if not impossible, to find one this good in this range. I mean, this is the kind of bourbon that if you have a party and you want to buy a bourbon, and you can get the, I'm only going to speak to the 2008 vintage, and it's still plentiful out there. They've got the 2009 out now. I've seen that, but I've still seen plenty of this around. And you can get a bottle of the 2008 vintage. You can take that to the party, and any bourbon lover is going to love it. There's going to be nothing that they're going to love it. You know, and you don't spend a mint on it. You know, you don't take a high dollar bourbon to a party of a lot of people expecting it to be gone. In this case, you're serving them something everybody's going to like. It's going to be good, and it's going to last. No water needed, no ice needed. You throw water and ice in this, and it would probably kill it. I'm not going to do it because it just doesn't need it. Not this one. You know, if I was throwing a party and I really like Jim Beam Distiller's Cup. If I'm throwing a party and I buy that, the spiciness and a little bit on the top with the little bit of alcohol burn you get, there's going to be people that's going to be put off by that. This one, no. This one's a winner. This one's golden on that end of the thing. All the flavors are light. There's no heavy dominating flavor in this. There's nothing that overwhelms the palate, that just slaps you upside the face. But it's all there. It's all there in subtle, soft textures on your tongue. And textures is a strange word to use, but that's you know, it just comes through in different parts. It's a very good bourbon. It's a very, very good bourbon. And like I said, now we only speak to the 2008 vintage. I know this, I'm repeating myself several times here, but I want to be very clear on this. These differ by bottle. And if you've had this bourbon and you didn't like it, maybe you've got a different vintage, I encourage you to get the 2008. And for the price, it's just unbeatable. And you will like it. I mean, this is gonna be something you like. Anyway, I've gone on long enough. I'm gonna get one more sip because I really, really do enjoy this. I honestly think for a rating, I honestly think this one, I have to give a 90 out of 100. It is that good. It is that good. I just don't know what else to say here. So it's time to sign off. Everybody have a good evening. Remember, the spirit in your glass is not running from you. Take your time, sip it, and enjoy it. You'll be better for it. And probably better for it if I quit banging this glass on the table. Good night, everybody.